Greetings. As we begin a new year, I want to take a few minutes to talk about your police department, recap some of the events of 2015, and give you an idea where we are headed in 2016. Last year I explained we were going to be focusing on several things, notably more communication, greater transparency, and more community outreach. As you have seen, FPD officers have continued their involvement in numerous community events, which is typically posted to our social media platforms and sometimes covered on local news outlets. The department has also hosted some new events, such as our National Night Out, which took place in October. We will continue to expand our participation in various events, as this provides the public an opportunity to interact with law enforcement under positive circumstances. During the first half of the year, we saw a significant spike in vehicle burglaries. Our district coordinator unit put together a flyer on how to prevent these crimes and went door to door through neighborhoods, passing this information out and talking with citizens. I've been able to meet with many of you through our Where's the Chief Twitter contest, as well as many other events I've attended. We continue to heavily invest in our social media platforms to pass on information about upcoming events, request your help in identifying suspects in cases, and to pass on some of the positive stories about our officers' efforts. FPD has been working to strengthen its relationship with the Navajo Nation. It is important that neighboring communities work positively together and support one another for the benefit of their residents. Last spring, we partnered with the Victory Life Church in Shiprock to help clear the hogback irrigation ditch. We will continue to have our safety team work with schools throughout the Navajo Nation to help improve safety. FPD also partnered with the Navajo Police Department to ensure NPD officers and visitors had a safe time during the Shiprock Fair. We will continue efforts to work closer with the NPD, sharing information about cases and trends as well as cooperating in significant events that affect both our communities. Finally, FPD has reached out to residents who may be particularly vulnerable to victimization, such as the LGBTQ community and undocumented immigrants. This outreach is to ensure all citizens feel safe in our community and know that their police department protects the rights of every person. Another major focus last year and this coming year are some of the things we have all seen occur around the country. Use of force by police across the nation continues to be closely scrutinized and has been the subject of a significant amount of attention by FPD. We began revising our policies on when officers use force and how those incidents should be investigated and documented. We began new training for officers in how to safely deal with handcuffed prisoners, even if they are continuing to resist. This year, we continue with this direction as we work with an outside consultant to ensure FPD's policies are in line with the latest direction from the Department of Justice. All of this does not mean we will never make a mistake, but together with FPD's body camera program, which has been in place for over 2.5 years, I believe you should feel confident that your police department continues to be on the cutting edge in policies, training, and technology. The body camera footage of one of our officers engaged in a shooting demonstrates the kind of department we have. The performance of the officer, the subsequent investigation by the state police and the district attorney's office, and the release of the footage shows that FPD is both thoroughly examined by outside agencies and open with information. Recruiting and hiring new officers is a continuing goal of FPD, one we ask your assistance in. We recognize the strong support the community gives to the Farmington Police Department, which absolutely makes a difference in our ability to attract new officers. This past year, we saw a significant increase in the number of lateral officers from around the state who applied to come to Farmington. This only happens if the officers hear good things about the department and the community. The fact that so many people want to come here is strongly connected to how they see citizens supporting the agency. Finally, I want to point out what a violent year it was in New Mexico toward law enforcement. Ours is a smaller state. However, we still saw 3 police officers murdered in 2015, all shot to death. Alex Yazzie, Greg Nigel Benner, and Daniel Webster gave their lives to protect our communities. Other officers were critically injured, sometimes in life-altering ways. These terrible events should serve as a reminder that while police departments and officers should always be held to the highest of standards, The men and women who put on uniforms to protect us do so while confronting very real dangers. I want to finish today by asking for your input. Surveys of the public are always difficult to do. Few people like added survey phone calls, and mailed surveys frequently do not get sent back to the agency. Yet it is important that we hear how you feel about the direction of the FPD, what you like about what we are doing, and what you think we need to do a better job of in order to be the department all of us wants FPD to become. So I ask you to take a few minutes and write your thoughts in the comments section of this post and let us know how you see the agency. If you don't want to publicly post your remarks, you can private message us or email us at fpdpublicrelations@fmtn.org. We will look through all your comments and use your thoughts to make FPD an even better department in 2016. Thank you, and have a wonderful new year.